Out of the Cold, a spicy New Year's romantic comedy by Giselle Renarde. Read by the author. Chapter 1. Geek Love at First Sight. The cruel black cursor blinked like an impatient insect on Amira's stark white screen. It counted off the seconds, the minutes, the hours she'd wasted in front of her computer. She stared at it. That's all she could do. Just stare. As badly as she wanted to write to him, she wavered like a pendulum. What if he didn't like her? Or, worse yet, what if he didn't remember her at all? Nothing could be more embarrassing than writing to a real cutie and getting a response like, "Who are you and what do you want?" Keith didn't seem like the kind of guy who would jump at an invitation from just any old floozy. From what Amira could tell, it would take a special kind of floozy to win him over. They'd met 1 week earlier at a first aid training course. Amira hated taking classes like that, especially alone when she couldn't hide behind her sister or one of her friends, but she needed the certification for work. When she got there 45 minutes early, it was a huge relief to find someone else had arrived even earlier. It could be super embarrassing getting to a class even before the instructor. When somebody else was already in the room, she didn't feel like such a big loser. And if that somebody happened to be a lanky strand of eye candy, so much the better. Amira never went for your typical cool guys or hockey jocks, not even back when she was young. Younger, her auntie always corrected. Tall and dark she could handle, but handsome was seriously overrated. So were bleach blonde skater dudes. Highly overrated. But just because she found the messy-haired boy behind the sci-fi paperback incredibly cute, and just because they were the only 2 people in the room for a good 20 minutes, didn't mean she could actually work up the nerve to say anything to him. She pretended to read her own paperback, every so often glancing over the pages to see if he was looking at her. And if he was, she would look straight back down into her book. If he seemed to be reading, she gazed adoringly at him until the next time he looked up. Amira could write a journal article on the courtship rituals of bookworms. Even when the room filled with participants who obviously didn't want to waste their first day of Christmas vacation at a training course, the only person on her radar was the cute boy across the room. She wondered how obvious she was about her crush. Apparently obvious enough that when it came time to practice the Heimlich maneuver, their militaristic instructor Sheila paired them up. Exactly how doughy were her doe eyes? Poor Keith seemed really self-conscious about wrapping his arms around her. It didn't help that he had to do it while a room full of spectators looked on. But Ms. Militia hollered like a drill sergeant, "Get a good tight grasp around your partner." Boy, did he ever. "This is life or death, people," Sheila had cried as he pressed on Amira's belly. "Life or death." Every time she screamed, Keith held Amira tighter. She thought her whole body might just melt and slip from his grasp. She never would have imagined feeling so safe in a pair of skinny little arms, but it turned out they were much stronger than they looked. His scent was familiar, 1 part soap, 1 part laundry detergent, and 2 parts science geek. She swooned.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?